Good morning and welcome to a start of the week edition of 7-Figure Business Secrets. Morning, yes, Monday morning here, weekend over. Really cool weekend actually. I hope your weekend was good too. So what did I get up to? Yeah, I had a very family orientated weekend. Not for a change, normally are, but this one here, unfortunately my wife's aunt is not very well. She's actually on her way out, unfortunately. So she disappeared on Saturday over to the other side of Ireland with her parents to go and visit her, which left me alone with the 3 kids for Saturday. So the poor kids, they had typical dad Saturday. So dad Saturday is everything is by the timer. So picking up and dropping off from dancing and football and everything. And then the worst thing about Saturday for the kids when dad's around is Saturday is always Super Saturday. So no matter what happens, they get a soup. And it's normally whatever's left over, whether it's bits of veg or bits of chicken, all gets dumped into the pot, stirred around, a bit of curry powder, whatever it is, and it comes out. And I think it's great, but the kids are always at me about, soup, dad, this is terrible. But the best thing for the kids about when dad's in charge is basically dad's not very good at standing up to the kids at all. And it normally happens about 6-7 o'clock. It's dad, you know the way you have to cook dinner? Well, why don't you not cook dinner? Why don't you order takeaway instead? So basically after about half an hour of this consistent, we could have a takeaway, Dad, and you wouldn't have to cook. And so we caved in, and my daughter went and phoned, and we got a takeaway. So that was really cool. So we had a Chinese takeaway and everything. And a lot of fun. Dad is terrible at standing up to kids, but I'll learn. And so eventually my wife came home Saturday evening. And then Sunday morning was really cool. Sunday morning my eldest had actually his first soccer game of the season. So we were away to a town called Malahide, and it was quite a cold day, but lovely, like really lovely blue sky and everything. And myself and the little lad we were standing on the sidelines watching the eldest Donald playing. And 5 minutes in they were 1-0 down, 7 minutes in they were 2-0 down, and with another 80 odd minutes to go, so things were not looking very good. And basically what happened then was the manager started making substitutions, and the first substitution sort of stabilized it a bit, and they started looking a bit more solid midfield. And then he substituted again, and eventually they were on top, and they scored another goal, came back to it, and things started looking really well for them, and they look like a completely different team. And that's what I want to talk to you about today is basically what the manager was doing was basically he was implementing plan B, and then plan C, and plan D, and plan E. And actually the manager, he had so many subs, he actually got down to F, G, H, and I. But with each of the little tweaks that he had, things started to improve. And basically what he had 5 substitutes on the sideline. And he went through and he actually used them all, and he also changed the combination of where he had players. And what he had was, he had options, and it could have been disastrous. 2-0 down after 7 minutes. It could have been 10-0 at the end of the game, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, it was 2-1 at the end. But what I want to get to you is the importance of having a plan B and a plan C and a plan D and a plan E, but making sure you've got a plan B, because most people, and I include myself in this, for a long period of their life and their career, they only have plan A. And plan A is basically get on the career ladder, get on the career path, earn as much as you can, say yes, say no, do the projects, do the work, and hopefully you get a promotion, or you find a better job, but that's all plan A. All that is you are hoping that with all of the talents that you've got, and all the abilities and the experience that you're building, and the certifications and all of that, that somehow someone is going to look at you and think, oh, do you know what? You deserve more money, or you deserve a better job, or you deserve something else. But the problem is that's plan A. Plan A for most people is, hopefully I will convince someone to give me a break. Hopefully I will convince someone to give me a leg up. Hopefully I'll convince someone to give me a promotion. And no matter how good you are, no matter how amazing your talents are, you're putting everything into someone else's hands, and that's scary. And if you are amazingly good, it normally works out for you. 5 times out of 10 it works out for you. Yeah. The problem is that that's still only one plan, and what I really encourage you to start thinking about is where's your plan B, your plan C, and your plan D, because you need them. And the plan A or the plan B that I always recommend is that you have the ability, you don't necessarily need to do it, but you have the ability to go it alone if you need to. You have the ability to use your own skills and your own experience to go and develop your own income stream. And if you have that, that is an amazing skill set to have, and it gives you such a peace of mind to basically in the knowledge that if push came to shove, if you didn't have a boss who was looking after you, or a company that was struggling, or you'd just been given a redundancy notice, or the bills at home are mounting up and you need an increase in income really quickly, that you have within your own skill set, how to basically get a product to market, how to go and find customers, how to do all this, how to make sure that you position yourself better than your competitors, right? And in the corporate environment, even that is critically important. Are you able to show your boss why you're different to all the other people who are also competing against you, looking for that same promotion? So I really encourage you to look at your plan Bs, and in particularly to make sure that you understand now, you start learning now while you don't need it. Just like the manager on the sideline, he had 5 subs and he had no idea whether he would actually need those 5 subs or not. Thankfully he had them and he did need them, but you don't want to be in the position where you look at your sideline and there's no subs there, right? So I encourage you, everyone has an idea. You probably have little ideas and brain farts about how you could make an income. Start investigating them now. Start figuring out what are the skills that you'd need to develop now, so that if push came to shove, say if you did get handed a redundancy notice, with 3 weeks to go, you want to be able to go, oh, hang on a second, at least I've got this to fall back on. Or if work's getting you down and you're not getting what you want out of your career, at least you got this to fall back on. Or any of the reasons why we get fed up with work. So have a look, dig into your brain, figure out what you've got, make a commitment to yourself to at least start investigating what are the bits and pieces you need. And you never know, by you just investigating, you might realize you've actually got something that you can start playing with on the side. Maybe start a side gig and start learning now, get a bit of extra income while you're actually developing your plan B. How cool would that be? Right, well, thanks for listening. I really appreciate having you here. It's always great to talk to you. Don't forget to sign up for the podcast if you haven't already done that. Or you can actually subscribe on YouTube either, so just click the subscribe button. And I should talk to you shortly. See you, bye.